Okay, that's what's up, man. And that's a very good a segue in terms of like I said, you guys are multidimensional, because once you get to the 12U level, when you start playing teams at the highest level, and you start playing better competition, you definitely have to be multidimensional. So if you could just speak a little bit in terms of the importance of being multidimensional, at that at that 12U level, and maybe some of the things that you guys have done or implemented to make sure that you weren't just a one-dimensional team. I think that'll help everyone out, man.
Yeah, and Barry might be able to address that as well.
Okay,
as Barry's
cool,
also the 14U coach.
Okay,
but
nice.
I will tell you, you have to be multidimensional.
Yes.
It's as I say, we're pound and ground, but it's a numbers game too.
Mm-hmm.
If people are stacking your box, I mean, it's a numbers game. You can't just have everything closed up, so you spread them out. I mean, it's just kind of a numbers game. So without giving up all of the ammunition that we have, it's more or less common sense.
Okay.
As far as what you do with coaching, and like I said, you make adjustments as you go along.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can't get too high, you can't get too low.
Yes, sir.
And you probably notice even on your film, if there's a touchdown, if there's a bad play, you have to just stay even keel, because your team is going to think the same way. They have that same philosophy as the coaches have. If we're intense, they're going to be intense. If we're worried, they're going to be worried.
Yes, sir. Yes,
so
sir.
You have to have all of that mindset throughout the process of a game. Like Barry says a lot, it's not about just calling plays, because if that was the case, we have a lot of people out there. We have folk up in the stands calling plays, but it's more than calling plays.
Yes, sir. Barry, listen, if you want to chime in, in terms of making sure that the teams are multidimensional, man, listen, you're more than welcome to.
Well, I don't have to say a lot when I'm around Ernest, because he's been there just as long as I have.
Nice.
When it comes in, he mentioned that I'm coaching 14U now, but
okay.
For many years I coached 10U.
Okay.
And this is my first year coaching after 5 years.
Gotcha.
Okay. I did finally get away from the coaching, not running the program, and I kind of got talked into this to come back, and I'm really just a stand-in right now.
Gotcha.
I'm a head coach right now, and I've tried to get a head coach, and but at that level, like we were talking about, and you were asking about how many kids we have and how strong the program is and how consistent.
Mm-hmm.
As it starts at the foundation, and I think the two levels that are most important are the babies, the 6U, because that's your foundation.
Yes.
And the 4U, because they're on their way out. Mm-hmm. So I just didn't want to give it to anybody. Mm-hmm. So that's why I stepped in, because my 14U coach went to high school with his son.
Okay, gotcha.
So, and so the people who I really wanted to get were not available. So I just kind of stepped in. And so that's kind of where I am as far as the coaching part of it is. Okay. This is it, for real, for me. Even you laugh at that, but
hey, I'm laughing, Barry, because I interview and I talk. I know a lot of coaches, and listen, I've heard this is it a lot of times. So the organization needs someone to step in, and that's why I'm laughing.
Yeah, but I didn't come back to win a ring, even though I have a bag full of rings. Okay. That's not really what I came back to do. I came back because I know these kids are going to need some life lessons. They're going to need the discipline. They're going to need to know what they have to have in order to make it in life, period. So that 14U, I just made sure that that's what I was there for. Now, I'm very competitive, and I can't lose. I can't sleep when I lose.
I understand. Very few coaches can.
That's in my blood, so I can't help that, but that's not the reason why I came back. We get a lot of kids. We have to even send kids to other places. That's why, and back in 2006, I started a nonprofit called Community Involvement Targeting Youth.
Okay.
We call it by the acronym City Inc.
Okay.
Which is 501(c)(3). And the Outlaws is not the only team that I help.
Oh wow! Okay. That's great.
In the past, we've helped, and still today, I'm real good friends with Alvin Brinson over with the Central Florida Saints.
Okay.
He's very helpful with me. He's on my board. Anytime I need him, he's always there. So I write grants and I haven't been able to do it for a while because of the money's been a little short to try to, and the Outlaws benefit from it more because I'm there. And and we have so many kids that we have to send them to other programs. So we want to keep them all, but then that's why you see 40 and 50 kids on one level, across the board.
Yeah, you guys got a lot of kids over
there. Yeah, we have a lot of kids, but that causes an issue too when it comes to playing time. But kids don't, and the parents don't want them to go anywhere. So we have to let them know, hey, look, this is not mandatory playing time. It might be a tight game. Your child may not. I don't know if you came to Titusville, but
we can't guarantee it.
All right, we can't. But let them feel like
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's clear. Even though some people would go in one ear and out the other, but they know that they signed that paper that said, hey, look, I understand that my kid may not play in this game.
Yes, sir.
Or get as much playing time. Because at the end of the day, we wouldn't have that many kids if we wasn't winning.
Not at all. Not at all.
Right. So if you putting in the kids that just because you're trying to satisfy a parent or even trying to just put in a kid for the sake of putting them in, and you have 40 and 50 kids on one team, you may not come out as a winner, especially if the game is 6-0.
No.
And it's tight.
Not at all.
Yeah. So we have it's a balance. It's a tough balance.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just do the best we can, man. We've been around a long time, and I just found out recently they said that we are the longest or the oldest running youth program in the state of Florida.
Oh, wow.
They said it was one in Miami that was running. I forgot the name of them, but they said that's not the original. So we are the oldest original program in the state of Florida, and I was proud to hear that. And
yeah,
we're still going. Every year somebody say, try to break us down, try to tear us up. Because people are gonna be people, and and I understand that. But I've heard it all. The Outlaws are not around anymore. They breaking up, or I've had people put their signs on there on our field.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they on our field and put their recruiting signs on our field.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I've had some of them say that they are us. To try to get our kids, they'll say that they're us. They've tried everything, but I'm a real believer in God, and I'm a constant and daily praying man.
Yes, sir.
And my faith keeps me strong, and God always tells me, as long as I take care of those kids, He'll take care of me.
You're gonna be all right.
So, yeah, and I that's my purpose, because earlier I told y'all, back in the days I was running the streets, but God kept me here.
Okay.
For this.
Yes, sir.
So that's why I'm still around, and that's what I'm.
That's good. That's good. Ernest, man. You know, like I was saying, man. You know, with the game on Saturday, one of the things that I paid a lot of attention to was, you know, when Lake Alfred started to stack the box. You know, you guys just completely, you know, went to a different scheme and really started spreading them out and throwing the ball. Now, you know, was that something that you guys had planned on doing going into that game, or was that more just a decision that you got, or was that just a chess move, as you would say, during the game, or that you saw, that you just saw something that you thought you would be able to have some success with?
Well, I probably want to defer a little bit of that to my who's not here.
Okay.
Our offensive coordinator.
Okay.
But I will tell you, you know, there's always a game plan.
Gotcha.
But as we go through the game, we identify, you know, we're coaching, so we're able to identify weaknesses.
Okay.
Or even our weaknesses and our strengths, or even opportunities that we can take.
Okay.
And so if we find that our original game plan is not necessarily working based on what we expected, you know, there are always going to be contingent plans. We've got those lined up. It's not just one contingent plan. It's not two. It's not three. It's not. It's a litany of contingency plans.
Nice.
Should we encounter this? Because you have to think about that.
Yes, sir.
Because just like we want to win, and we tell our team, you know, we want to win, the team over there, they're just as motivated to win and beat the Outlaws as well. Yeah, so don't think they're just going to come in and lay down. So, you know, our mindset is that we're always constantly thinking ahead. Yes, my main job is I'm the assistant defensive coach, and you know, while I love offense, our philosophy is if you can't score, you can't win.
Can't score, you can't win.
you know, so
I'm a defensive guy too, Ernest.
So,
and
you know, there are adjustments throughout the process.
The defense can score points too. That's what I try to explain to people. See, that's why defense is so important, because not only if you can't score, you can't win, but it's very few things that the offense can do that the defense can't do. The defense can score too. You know, the defense can give you great field position, and the defense can completely change, you know, the game. The offense can't stop anybody. I don't care how hard they try. But that defense can stop people and they can score points. Right.
And so that's how we think. You know, that's always our thinking. But just from an adjustment standpoint, you talk about how they stack the box. You know, a lot of teams do that with us because we're known to be a pound and ground team. Like I said, you know, we've got some great running backs. You know, Landon, Fat has won Heisman on multiple levels.
I've been watching Fat since he was 8 years old, man.
Fat's a beast.
Yeah, yes, he is.
You know, we've got kids that, you know, can, you know, JB and Weems, you know, we've got a lot of kids that, you know, they know we can pound and ground.
Yes, sir.
But if I'm a coach, because I'm a defensive coach, sure, I'm going to be stacking the box, and if that's what they're doing, you know, and passing is not an option, then it makes it simple. I mean, it's easy to coach against that.
Yeah.
But when you spread them out and you have that passing threat, and we're fortunate, like I said, you know, we've got Mike, who's you know, a great kid, accurate passer. When we give him time, like you saw the other day, he can pick your part. So kids, you know, giving them time, and you can see what happens. So